Hello, this is Becker Rosette, and welcome once again to LOTR, the Middle-earth mod being played on Minecraft. And this is in single player. We are making these builds, this important build over near Hobbiton, so that it may be moved to the Mental Block server, which eventually we will start playing. And we don't know when that will happen or how it will happen. But we are almost done. It is not very long now, and who knows what shall be next. We are here. We are working on the Dwarven embassy, which we've been doing for the last few days. Well, few episodes, I mean. And we are working on this is something else that's being worked on. I don't know what we're doing there, but we are working on a number of things here, and I have gotten here. This is as far down as this has gone, to this level, and we have now reached the point where now there is space down there. Oh, I still got some, that's weird. Not going to go down there and get it. But down there, there are mysterious orcs and other creatures down there that must be fought against. And so, we have to go down there and we have to clear the place up of all the spiky stuff. There's a bunch of stuff still down there. Can I get it? Can I just go down there and get it? Can't see a thing. Oh, okay, here we go. I actually got everything. That's surprising. There's nobody here either. That's also nice. Had some I fought some. There's one right there. Hi. Oh, he must have taken damage. Fell down there or something. Alright. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. The end. Let's go home. Okay, the problem is I've been not feeling very good lately, and I don't want to discuss that right now or right here or anything like that. But I do want to. I don't want to eat any maggoty bread. Don't even have anywhere to put the maggoty bread. I gotta start a new one. Okay, let me take a drink for a second here, because this has been... I've had quite a rough last few days, and I'm only starting to feel better. And I need some courage to get going. And yes, I drink, but it's not liquid courage in the sense of alcoholic. Anyway, so we're down here working on this, but more to come upstairs. Yeah, so I've finished this really cool stuff right down to here, and now I'm thinking that what we could do is we could just not try to build some really incredible thing. The idea is that this is going to be a more recent excavation, and it'll be, being a more recent excavation, will be very badly, is not going to be well designed or anything, is the idea. First, I gotta check here to see that everything has been moved. Everything has been cleared out. It has indeed. Okay, now we're going upstairs. This is the Dwarven Embassy's main section. You know, like we've got... well, this was going to be a map room, but as you can see, there's no maps in it, because I decided against it. At one point, I did put a map here, and I don't know what happened. I'll eventually build something. And there's the big dining hall. I think it still works as a dining hall. This is where the rooms are. Very simple structure. Oh, I've still got that there. Okay, fine. And this is where the offices are. And finally, but let's look in here first. Yeah, I don't remember what's in here. Oh, this is the stuff I got from the Nether, and this was the stuff. I forgot about all this stuff. I don't need any more of the blocks of iron right now, but that's not the point. We have finished this, and so I had to showcase this before we moved on. Dwarven Embassy, is that where they process the bodies of the orcs they've had diplomatic relations with? No, because there are supposed to not be any orcs underneath Hobbiton. Of course, there are. There shouldn't be. I think they're going to fix that. I don't know. We've been on 1.5.3 version of Middle-earth mod for a bazillion years. I don't know. But we're finished this, so we're going to look at it. As you walk in, you can see the iron. And the idea, I think, is the people who are sufficiently penitent, or the people who are in bad, not bad graces, but there's a word like that. You know, they're required that they have to walk the maze, and they're not permitted to walk outside of the maze when approaching the throne. This doesn't matter, of course, because the dwarves aren't here yet. So I decided we would have nether bricks for the walls. The walls being... Let's turn off this map here so we can see a little bit more clearly. The nether bricks were decided on because I needed some darkness, and I thought that this darkness here with the deep slate vertical slabs was just not enough for what I had in mind. So I thought we'll do that. We'll recess it in there, and this is great. But we needed lighting, and so I had to get some more redstone lamps. Where were we? They're enthralled to big iron. Yeah, I'm not so sure this is the good idea. Maybe if we could find some kind of decorative iron block that could, or a decorative block that could replace this, then we could do so. But it must be in large enough quantities. This was more than 2 stacks, I think. I think it was more than 2 stacks. I might be wrong about that. The idea, though, is that if we do set this up, the idea is that the dwarves are here, and that nobody should be allowed to take this over. That anybody could just come in here and say, I'm going to do. You'll be in serious trouble. You think it looks good. Yeah, that's generally it. Now, the ceiling, if you saw the last episode, you would have seen the ceiling was going to be some kind of special pattern. It was almost like a checkerboard kind of pattern. And I've decided now it's not going to. It's just going to be a little bit of a stucco ceiling. A few things here and there. I don't know that it was done well, but I think it's well, I wasn't sure if we were going to put stalactites up there either. We might yet do that in a couple of places, but then they'll start leaning and dripping, and I don't know what they'll do. It might be interesting to do that. Anyway, so we have 2 lights per column. And we have a number of columns, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. So this is, got the nether brick stairs gives us that little, there's little things down here. They could be vents, or they could be something else. They're just decorative. Just the stuff at the top is decorative. It works. Now this I wasn't so sure of, that this should go through here, and that the wall should be double thick, but it should be double thick, I think. Because I think the idea is that this is a very serious matter we've gotten into to get through here. Okay, I didn't want it to be redstone lamps. I wanted it to be a regular glowstone. But you know what? This is more of a dwarven kind of thing. We've already got redstone lamps in the next room over. Might as well. Okay, here's where we stand down and we address the throne, and the dwarf sitting on the throne. There are 2 statues here. Now, if we really thought about it, we could probably say that these 2 statues represented some famous dwarf or other from the past. And then we could look through here. We've done this kind of staircase in the Elven Embassy, so we do it in the Dwarf Embassy as well. And we're gonna have it in a few other places if we can. I like that there's a little recessed space behind it, behind the dwarf statues, because it's like they came out of a little cubby hole or something. This thing in the middle is just there just for decoration. That doesn't have to be there. Alright, then you go up the stairs. The stairs, at the stair level, you've got a different... Everything has changed. Now we don't deal with nether at this side, and we just deal with the really crappy vertical slabs. This is just part and parcel of the stairs, but at the top of the stairs, we have another column that's just like... It mirrors the columns over there, but is just regular grimstone. It's not that exciting. Then we've got more of this, but that's just because we want this to go out and make it look like a little bit more space. Now, you can jump off of here and take damage. Don't jump off of here and take damage. You can see that it is a fall for which you would take damage if you jumped. You know, so let's just leave it that way. Okay, I wanted the chair to be connected with... I wanted the chair to be bigger so it was a throne. And it turns out that you could just have a black stone chair next to some black stone blocks and it looks like this. If this was something else, if this was not a dwarven one, we would just probably be putting vertical slabs here. But this looks pretty good, I think. Stairs on that side. It's good. Now, the lanterns, originally I thought we would have torches. And then I thought we'd have lanterns on a block or something. Like maybe a wall block, which would serve as like something to put. But it only worked, that kind of thing only works with lanterns. I mean, not lanterns. Torches and redstone torches. So we've got lanterns here from the ceiling. That's a low-level lantern, but it's okay because nobody should be there. The lights are there so as to help identify if somebody's trying to sneak up on them. Then there'll be some shadows in the area, and they're like, hey, what's going on? Ah. And they might accidentally bump into the lantern, and it might swing and something. There has to be a space behind the throne to walk around because you need to be able to go from one place to the other. And really, you know, just walk over from one area to the next. That's fine, really. Okay, this is the upper level, even though it goes down to get here. Oop, here we are. This is not finished, but this is as close to as finished as we got. Okay, this room has the polished basalt, horizontal stripes. I thought vertical stripes might be good, but that's probably better for elves than for dwarves. But it doesn't matter, really. I kind of like this to a certain extent. There should be lighting over here. Why is there not lighting over here? Pfft, I'm an idiot. Should also be some lighting over here, but we haven't got anywhere to put the lighting. It's all slabs. Anyway, the point. I'm not so sure the chiseled, polished basalt is good, but it's just a single column and it doesn't matter. We're also using it for some edging at the top. Makes for a nice little design. The ceiling is old deep slate. Nobody's going to use old deep slate for anything. So I thought it might make a nice little busy looking ceiling. And since it's not lit up very well, it doesn't matter too much. See? Now, Grimstone only looks like this if you place it straight down, like bloop, bloop, bloop. And if you know, there's side textures that don't look right. This is the floor texture. It has to be like this. And it's not one of those faces any direction kind of texture like you might get with terracotta. I really wanted to use terracotta for this. I decided, though, that I wasn't going to waste any time with that. Maybe we could switch it out with terracotta later on. I don't know. Back to what I was doing here. As I say, we got a little pattern here of vertical slabs because I couldn't decide which one to use, and I just thought, well, we could continue the stripe feature, but I thought, no, let's do a checkered pattern. And I think the checkered pattern works, really. Here we've continuing the whole nether brick thing. And then we get to the bedroom area. It's a double pink bed. It's pink because there has to be a feminine touch because I think the dwarven ambassador is going to be a woman. Although I don't know that for sure. What do I really know? If the dwarven ambassador is a woman, then the pink bed is fine. And if it's a man, then, you know, he could, or I should say if a male, then he and his wife could sleep here and it's a pink bed. And what does the man really care if it's a pink bed, or the dwarven male think if it's a pink bed? You know, this is a private room anyway. Little diorite tables with some nice little... You might think it's kind of funny for there to be any flora of any kind in a dwarven living area. But the simple truth of the matter is they do like plants to a certain extent. They do need trees for wood. They do like flowers to a certain extent. They just don't obsess about it like the elves do. And this is the little bit of piece of woman's touch that you might find in, although I don't see why it should be specifically a woman's touch, but that's how it goes with Lord of the Rings style content, is there's going to be some level that goes out to our... Again, we got something here. We could put something here, actually. Although it's a slab, so you can't really put anything there. But we could maybe find something. But I think it works as is. Maybe we could do something with the back wall. Maybe put a portrait there or something. I don't know. We haven't worked out where we're going to put portraits, if anything, yet. That'll be one of the last things I do before it's time. Then they can walk over here, and now we have some business. We're down the stairs, and there's another level here. Now, I don't like this, but there's no way to get rid of it. Because on this level, we want to have deep slate running the slabs like this. And it makes for some nice busy walls. And again, we got the Grimstone. That's part of it. If we had up there, you see, there's the side texture. If we had Grimstone, if that was terracotta up there instead, then this Grimstone would be no good. Then this would be no good here. We would have to get rid of it. Would be terracotta on the ceiling, and that's just not going to work. And then we got more. Now we've got a checkered pattern for Grimstone and cobbled Grimstone, and to be honest, I don't think it works. It's a very subtle texture. I'm not 100% sure about it yet. This is the dining area for the dwarves. Again, the ambassador and his wife, or the ambassador and her husband, whichever it should be. And they've got some space to put some food, which they haven't put anything in. Why do I have deep slate pillars? Oh, I was probably looking for the... Yeah, I had to remember that. I don't remember if I used these for anything. Or if it's just there. Yeah, so it's a nice little thing. But yeah, there's these big areas here we haven't... what are we going to put in here? You know, any filing cabinets and stuff like that are in the offices. And this isn't an office. So this is sort of a living area. But it's like they don't have anything to put in it yet. So we don't know what they're going to do. And like I said, I don't like that. Because there's nothing... Maybe if I put something here that was identical to that. But then I have to place it from the other side. You can't do that without breaking through. We'll work on that, possibly. So that's the whole thing. The edging here isn't... You know, that edging is... That edging is good. That edging is not good. We might work on that too. And so there's the idea. And the idea is that, you know, anybody wishing to speak to the king has to do so, or not king, sorry, ambassador, has to do so by walking through the maze of iron. And you get to hear, then you can talk. And then they'll hear your petition. It's a nice kind of bureaucracy. The idea that something happens where you can't walk on certain tiles. That it takes longer for you to get there. Kind of thing. Alright, do I have anything here that I need? I don't really need oak doors. I don't need levers. And more redstone lamps. I think I don't need anything. And from here, I don't need anything either. Maybe I could use the blocks of iron for something in the downstairs. Or do something with the netherrack or something. But really, honestly, this area is pretty much finished. Other than what I've said over there, maybe we could work a little bit more on the stucco ceiling. But I don't know. It's not really stucco. I'm just calling it stucco. It's like I kind of built this and I kind of left it alone. It's a huge dining area. 64 seats. Yeah, we got 64 seats in here. So if the dwarves really want to plan a great nosh, they could do so. Whether or not they can is another matter. We don't have any dwarves in here. It would be nice if we could. It would be nice if we could spawn in dwarves in this area and make it so that they couldn't despawn. And they would just become regular characters. We could even name them or something. If we could do something like that, then we'd have a place to... We could have a bunch of dwarves in here. Alright, enough of that. Time to go on to back to the downstairs area. Oh, I wanted to check something else out. Now this needs to be fixed. And this needs to be fixed because I think I screwed it up when I was doing something. So I'm thinking of turning, I've already said this last episode, but I'm thinking of turning this into more bricks. Just for this wall, just up to there. That being there like that is kind of funny. Why is that like that? Why is that right there? Maybe include the wall out to here. And then that's it. Stops there. The rest of this has to be left untouched, or as much untouched as is physically possible. It's well lit. It's vibrant with color. There's lots of little things that are cave-like in here. It is an excellent example of a good cave. Admittedly, it's not perfect, but we definitely have a lot to do with this area. A lot more will need to be done with this area, but it will not be messing around with this stuff. I think it's pretty good. Maybe it needs some work. Maybe it will have some work. This area, as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty much done, really. You know, the other workers are here. Then up these stairs is the other remaining rooms. So we got 4 rooms here. Ten rooms. Ew, I don't like that. Whoa. Oh, I keep forgetting there's glass here. So we got 10 rooms for the dwarves in that area, in that capacity. And then down here we got the wine. I think it's pretty good. I think it's doable. It's all completely doable. And then from here, well, from here is just the more cave. It's just more cave down here. Up here, I believe it is tall enough that we're not going to get attacked by anybody. 52, so I think it's okay. I think it's 35 or below that there's a problem. I don't remember exactly. This area is pretty safe. I guess maybe you could fall down something. The lighting needs work. I don't think I've been here before on stream. The point is, though, the dwarves, this is the decorative area for the dwarves. They... Oh! Oh! Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's up there? What's up there, Doc? I didn't notice that. Oh, yeah. Where's the giant kitchen? Well, it's not going to be a giant kitchen. We'll set up a room for that. Oh, yeah, this area... Well, I don't think anything can spawn there. I don't think anything can really spawn there, so it should be alright. That's okay. I just gotta wait for that torch to despawn, and then it won't light up so much. The giant kitchen, yeah, that's complicated. Well, this is where some of the kitchen supplies will be. Alright, let's see what we can figure out for that. I was also thinking that over here we might have like a kitchen sort of thing in here, but I realize that's probably wrong. So my idea is that we could have a room somewhere in the back. Could be a kitchen through here, make a little door. fact, I think I'll break this right now and we'll put kitchen through here. Because this did go a little further, and yeah, I'm thinking a kitchen through here. Originally, there was going to be a room through here. Because we had room between that wall, which is here, and this over here. But then this area has now been taken up by the next room over, which, as you know, is this room. That's why I wanted this to be the room. But now I'm thinking I don't know. You know. And, of course, through this wall on the other side of that is, of course, the dining area. So that's no good. But we could have had some kind of kitchen up here. And I was thinking about it. But no, we're not going to do that. I've just taken some stone bricks from a wall somewhere. We're going back down here. We need courage. I need courage to deal with the downstairs while there's no bad guys down there. Right, this one. We've got stone. We don't need stone. Because I have to go downstairs. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these. No, that's fine. We could keep this. But we're going to need some... We're going to need some walls to put up, if we can. Because we got to deal with this. We got to clear out downstairs before we... Oh, excuse me. I got to take a drink. There will not be a vomitorium. Have you ever seen dwarves vomit? They get it all over their beards. That's why they have such a resilience to their alcohol. They have alcohol because they can use the alcohol to get rid of the vomit, but also they don't throw up their alcohol because we gotta go down. This isn't as far down as that goes. I can't see down there though. So pardon me if I... There we go. This goes as far down as we could go, which is tough. Ruffle, good point about the beards. Meanwhile, I've got to clear this area out before more creatures spawn on it. And so you'll... Yep, too late. Here we go. And we got to place a lot more of these torches because we don't have the slightest idea where they might spawn up. They're still here. I don't know about you, but it seems a lot easier for me to come through here. Wait, you threw a lit torch down the hole? Yeah, I threw a lit torch down the hole. What? Why do you think there's something known as unlit torches in this game? I'm not going to be doing a very good job of placing torches down here. Yeah, placing, having light sources, having a thrown torch be a light source goes back to Optifine. I thought you knew that. Of course, it's not in vanilla. It's not in vanilla, but it is definitely a thing. All right, what else we got? What else is it? There's still some here. And of course, I like that feature, but of course, a lit torch is going to be broken, or it's going to stop. It's going to despawn after after its time. I'm only here to try to light the place up a little better so as to stop the orcs. Need to light it up here a little more. Oops. Oh, I did not want to do that. I don't want to mess it up. I wish I knew that this was definitely completely 100%. And I would like to take some tin ore as well, but we don't have time for that. Okay, so that is... Where is the end of that? It's a little further down the line over here, I think. So I'll probably need to do these. You know, it was so difficult for me to fight them on the server. Oh. It was so difficult for me to fight them on the server that it just drives me crazy that I can fight them now. It's almost like they're different kinds of creatures. I mean, I am lighting the place up, but that didn't matter. On the other hand, you know, I've got some pretty good, whatchamazitted armor, enchanted armor. Oops. Yeah, that happens. All right, so this could be a little better. Oh, I have to also deal with the little water pools. How far down? Oh, that's dripstone. Whether waterlogged or not, I can't tell because of the darkness of the water. But the point is, this has to be all taken care of because... Alright, now we gotta light it up some more over here. This is scary stuff. Don't want to fall down there. Oh, there's more! There's more and it's not lit up at all. Oh, that's a bad sign. That is a bad sign. Stone mycelium. I haven't seen that in a while. I can't go over there. I'd have to go around that way. I don't know what the hell is going on over there. And we're going to brighten this area up. This is not well lit. Okay, I think that's it for this area. Now, yep, I was wrong. Where was he? He spawned up here somewhere? Okay. Gotta be done. Ah! It's dark over here, so definitely gotta put more torches. little dark over here too. Okay, so this is the level, and so the next one over is where the wall can be. Sorry, guys, over here. Well, I hope it's well lit. Actually, we've got this to tell us where that wall is, and we don't really know where that wall is, so we'll just block it up all the way on this side. We'll work out these details later on. The idea is to just have a really dirty, filthy wall that's been deliberately blocked off. Well, we'll work out those details in a bit. Yeah, we can't break that stuff until we've got some kind of solid foundation here. Oh, look at all this. That's a lot of pointed dripstone. Oop, wait, the bones go here. You know, we might as well just put it so that everything is in there, and then we'll just have to move all our copper stuff out of here or something. I don't know. Put all the yeah, something like that. All right. I'm low on torches. Torches, torches, torches. Right. The filtharium. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, see, look at the distance between that, and you could just see that there's a lot. And then you look over here, and there's... Not that we want to go up that high. Oh, and that's another problem. These have to be taken care of as well. None shall pass. That's a very strict teacher. So this is pretty good so far. Then we need to make another one for the next wall, the next thing over, and then, and so on, and so on, and so on. In fact, let's do that right now. Okay, this isn't going to work. We gotta put some torches there. We gotta remove that torch. I don't know yet, but yeah, this is pretty good. And already you could tell that there's a problem with the lighting. There's just so much to do in this area. All right, so we didn't need this. We didn't need this wall at all, actually. So we could probably just cut it. Just cut it down. Now we should just be able to do this. Get our Grimstone back. Why not? Now, what we want is that. We want it now. We always need lapis, even if we don't need lapis specifically now. That's one of the ones that the dwarves know to mine up. Mine up the lapis every chance you get. Mine up the gold every chance you get. Mine up the diamond every chance you get. Tin, they can leave it up there. Redstone, they can leave it up there. They don't know much about redstone. They should know more about redstone, but they don't. That's not my problem. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. What? Why is it over there? Uh-oh. Lighting problems. All right. All right, that one's got to go. All right, so that's good. We're getting there. Just can't dig down any further right now. We'll be doing that in the second hour, I think. But until then, we need to 1, 2, 3, 4. How much more of the stuff do I have? Oh, I don't have much here. I know I got some somewhere, wherever that is. Wait, no, copper coins stay here because it's... Yeah, I got a lot of everything today. That should be broken. Oh, I can't get that yet. Where is it? Oh, that's it there? There we go. Okay. Da 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 da. At last! Uh-oh. How are we going to do this top area? Uh-oh. Okay. Boop, boop. Done. Now it's not the best thing, but we can modify it later on. Some of them is just regular horizontal grimstone and vertical cobbled grimstone. It does kind of clash a little bit. A giant cave chandelier. Oh, we might do one, but I was thinking we might do something else in the middle of here. But in any case, the problem here is that of this might not all be might not all look like this. Is the dwarves set it up like this, but they're going to that staircase will go down. I don't know if the staircase is gonna the staircase might push in front of some of this. So we're not gonna design anything from here downwards. Nothing shall be designed until we have an idea of what we want. And yeah, we got to also make some space here. Now the problem we got to know where to put the ladder, because this is going down and this is going to be all taken off. And this is going to be very, very annoying. So let's first of all, hole. There's a hole here. Now there's a hole here. This is the level. Oh, grimstone for the floor. Right, that's what the grimstone was being used for. Grimstone was being used for the floor. Because of course it was. Alright. I've considered the possibility of using blocks of copper for certain things, but we don't need to mess with that right now. This, however, we might need to work on because we're doing that right now. And I missed one. I missed a block over here. How are we going to do this? Okay, so it goes from there. How tall should this be? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. If we moved it up to there, that's good. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how this will work. All right, so then what we do is this. That clears that size, that space. Then we're going to clear these. Clear that while we're at it, actually. Alright, that's good. Like I said, we want to try if we can to dig all the way down to bedrock. If it's possible. If it's not possible, then it won't happen. That's good. Oh, I screwed up about the copper bars. I was supposed to... Alright, hold on. Oh, wait a minute though. We might not Yes, sorry I considered that possibility. Yeah, we don't know how deep that's going to go. Whether the wall is going to continue or anything like that. All right, so what we got there is, it'll be something like this. I don't know. It should go at least to here and maybe one beyond that. Okay, so that's where the stairs continues, is from here. Like that. Alright, so if we look at that, that goes straight to there, so yeah, that'll go one more block, and then it'll go down. And then it should go a block below that, I think. We can't do that right now. Alright. Okay, so now that we've got all that, now we got to horizontal layer this stuff. The inexorable march downwards continues. Admittedly, rather poorly. And we got some quartzite, and we got a few other things. Actually, I have a question about quartzite. Can you make quartz out of quartzite? Let's see. No. It must just look like quartz or something. That's why they call it that. All right, well. Oh, we gotta... In fact, now that we got Grimstone, this and that, we could do this. There we are. Try to find the one where it is. Oh, here it is. We got more copper. Not enough copper. We got some copper. Got copper. Got copper. Now we can put away the Grimstone that we don't need. All right. There we are. No, that's not good. Oh, crap. Well, here we go again with another mistake. It's a pretty big mistake this time. Oh, it's all over the place. I even screwed that up. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is why you've got to be very, very careful. Because things like that'll happen. Alright. Down we go. Well, what I'm going to do this time is I'm just going to light the damn thing up. I'm not going to even bother with clearing this area out. Oh no, that's... Alright. Maybe that's okay, I don't know. Gotta be extra paranoid about these things. Uh-oh. Careful not to fall down in there either. Up. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't know what to do here. This isn't even well lit out in there. I haven't been there yet then. That might be okay. Oh dear, oh dear. This is why I hate doing this. Oh, and I've run out of half of my torches. Hopefully that'll be enough. But ugh. Just ugh. And there's something going on up there too. Didn't I fix that? Ah. There. Oh, hello, bat. Ugh. Come on. All right, I see how it is. No. Once you're down to bedrock, you could cover the bottom of the pit with mushrooms and call it the Nosh Pit. Actually, mushrooms are a nice idea. It's a very Hobbit kind of thing. I like the idea. Maybe you have some mushrooms or something. I don't even know what the shape of the bottom of the pit's going to be, though. There's a lot going on here. As you can see this here. There's dripping. I saw dripping. There's dripping there, but there's no water up there. So is it it's just dripping for the sake of dripping? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta put my stuff away here. This is... Ouch. Alright. Why? Why, I say, why? There we go. Dripping, that depends, TM. This was a disaster. And we've run out of room for the... Yep. Okay. All right, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Don't want a bat here. Yeah, definitely. Why is there dirt this far down is the real question. Why is there more dirt down here? Be careful, a bat might bite you and turn you into bat wozat. It's not radioactive. Anyway, NPR is being defunded. And that reminds me, we need to make another wall over here somewhere, but I don't know where. One way to find out. .30492. You know, it might help if I actually went and got some cobble. Oh, I forgot about you. How did all this happen? Why did it all happen? I'm running out of room down here. Alright, so we're gonna have to try to extend everything beyond the furthest depths that we've already reached, and that's gonna be very tough. Or very dripstone, or very whatever. Because this is not an acceptable floor, because underneath it is a nightmare. Oh, damn it, what was it? What was the number? Forgot the number. I should have typed it in. .30492. Thank you. There we go. This time is a little different though, because we don't have a clue of what we're doing, really. Well, we could probably do something here. 2, 3. So it's a smaller area down here than it was, anyway. All right. Goblins use gobbled grimstone. Gobbled. It was gobbled in translation. At least I could just use these placeholders. It's not such a bad thing. Keep doing that, though. Not something you want to have happen, I don't think. Okay. Alright, is this well lit enough up here? I don't know what the hell that is. Why does it look like you can see through it, but then you zoom in on it and it gets darker? Why is it darker when you zoom in on it? I don't know. Alright. Yeah, now it looks more cramped. And we'll have to see a doctor about that, or a lifeguard. This is the next thing that has to go, is I have to stop using that ladder, or I have to move the ladder somewhere else, like here or something. Well, let's do it. Not there, because we're going to need the space there, but what about a hole right here? Perfect. Da 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 da. Now where's the hole? Perfect. Now I can finish up here, which is the real important thing. Ah, boy. Next layer. Alright, so then we gotta do this. That hole is good. Then we switch the other way around. See, now we're going to have a problem. It's going to get a lot more dangerous in this second hour. a lot more dangerous because we're going to get down here and it's going to be a really serious problem. I mean, look at how just terrible that is. What the chances you think might be of me falling? It might not be to my death, but it is a concern, definitely. Yeah. All right, let me think for a second. I gotta take a drink here. This sort of thing was a lot easier back when we had when it was just diamond pickaxes that didn't even have to have any special enchantment, and I remember somebody on Mental Block hired me. I forgot which person it was. Could have been J-Man, could have been Isaac Dare, could have been Mortar Attack. Hired me to dig out a huge area that went all the way down to bedrock, and I did so. Or maybe it wasn't all the way down to bedrock, but they told me where they wanted it dug down to. And I willingly dug all the way down. They were like, wow, how did you do that? And I just dug it, you know. What is it? This looks just so weird like this. All right, so now we still got 2 more levels. We still got 2 more layers here, so yeah. There we go. That's it. That's it for that level. And then from here, regular Grimstone. There we go. That's that. But this is going to be a serious problem. All right, so let's work out what we're going to do here. Now I can't go there anymore, so I'll have to chop those down. Here's... Oh, almost pressed the wrong button. Time to start placing bets. That was a reference to something earlier, I think. About whether we're going to die or anything, or fall not to our deaths. That could be the daycare level. The ones who don't fall will be the smart ones. That only works if dwarves breed like rabbits or vice versa. And I don't think that they do. I realize that their detractors would say, oh, they breed like rabbits, because it's a kind of racial stereotype that somebody might come up with about that. But I don't believe that for a minute. Oh! I thought I wasn't picking this up for some reason. All right. This is scaring me. Okay, so now, yeah, each layer will get more and more tough, or tougher, or whatever word you want to use to describe it. Yep, we're out of space. All right. Move away the diorite. Move away the dirt. Dirt. I really don't know where stuff is supposed to go. I just place stuff and I'm like, what's this? I forgot about this. I forgot about that. Where's the coal go? I don't remember. Okay, so this is annoying. That's what this is. Don't remember if I put anything out. Okay, so we got that all done. But now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start placing more blocks. We can't go there anymore, so we have to go here. Oh, I gotta get some from down here. I forgot about these guys. But now we've got the problem of how do we get up there? I don't know. Okay, this is 29883. That's perfect because that's exactly where we need to put these. And I'm sorry, but I don't need you right now. Okay, so now we can start doing some up from there, but we could start pillaring up and digging from below, which would be a little safer than digging from above. But what we need to do is we need to set up the stairs, and so to do that we've got to handle that right now. But we need more stairs, so that's where our next activity is. Get some freaking stairs here. Yeah. Rotten. It's rotten, all right. Not that one, this one. Wait, where do we put these? Okay, so now hole. Alright, so what we gotta do now is the hole over here. Ah, I did miss one. Alright, hold on. And now we're getting to that level where we have to have everything lit up because creatures are going to spawn up here. Right. Why is there dirt down here anyway? What's the point of having dirt down here? This is a real balance, or a real need for balance anyway. I'd go so far as to say we probably should start digging down even further if we can in the corners. I just don't know yet. Well, if we're going to focus on that, all right, hole to tie mules to, and then horizontal layer. Yeah. This goes as far down as 7. It needs to go much further down. If possible to negative 63. I'd like it to go all the way down to... Oh, that's water. I need it to go down to bedrock. If we could get it to go down to bedrock. Now, if we can't... Oh, and that's another thing. We've got carry-on. So if the bedrock is uneven, we could remove some elements of it and put it somewhere else. It'll be a great dwarven feat of engineering, and we'll put bedrock somewhere else. Maybe we could use it for a throne or something, or maybe we could put it in the king's not the king, the ambassador's chamber or something. So there's possibilities. All right, so what do we got to do in this corner? This is the new corner for this. So it goes up there, but does it go up? I got to look at it again. It goes up to there and then goes over by 1. Okay. So that's how that goes. Okay. Really? That's what it is over there. What about over there? Yeah, same thing over there. So we got one in every one of these levels. Okay. All right. Yep, mist went right by it. Okay, now what we need to do, while we've still got a space here to look at this, is find where on the platform to put this. This is going to be here. So we'll center it there. We have a space of 5, so we need to go down 2 more spaces. No problem. At least it looks like it's no problem. I think we're not going to bother doing the horizontal anymore. Because... Not right now. Because we're running out of their space. Just makes more sense to do this. It's faster. I don't have to keep changing things. And so we can see now that this wall goes out to here now. It doesn't go out from there. And so we got to fix that downstairs. Easy enough. Put one there, and we'll put one there. Right. Yeah, that's going to be really awful. I'm going to have to make some changes down here. Oh, and it's not lit. Yeah, this area is going to not be lit, I think. We'll light up the areas around where the doorways, or whatever they're called, will be. Yep. Get some over here. Alright, so now it's just a matter of digging down. We're not going to need that anymore. We can do something about that. Okay, so we need 5, 3, 5. And so, yeah, that's fine, I guess. Three, 5. One more batch. Well, it looks like it's hopeless. You're going to have to deal with having some tin ore on you. Alright, this is the level for this. You know what? Let's just take all of them. It doesn't matter that much. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oop. Okay, so how do we do this again? We go to that. We go to the first stair. I go down 2 from the first stair. And then that goes into this side here. And I'm out. Yeah, I like how it starts out. It starts out one thing and then it just becomes complete and total chaos below a certain level. We've got so much dripstone, it's ridiculous. We're filling it up. We're out of room for this stuff. We gotta make more room just for the dripstone. I don't know what to say about all that. We're going to need more ladders pretty soon. It's going to be something really severe and serious. And meanwhile, I need more torches, I think. We'll get to that later. Alright, so how do we got that? Yeah, one right above it. That's how we did that. But we got it like here. Not there, but there. Okay. Okay, you are now saying, bedrock level of the Dwarven Embassy. Feels like there should be some kind of fancy altar. Altar? You mean change? or something down in the deep says tribute to dwarven digging, etc., etc., etc. Well, they'd be pissed off if they dig too deep. They might, if they were to dig too deep, they might break through the bedrock and fall to their complete total demise if they aren't careful. I don't know what they're gonna do. In all honesty, I don't think we could really understand dwarves fully anyway. I really gotta fix that. I don't want that there. Get me my stone shovel! I will not have this stuff in here like this. On the other hand, I don't have enough copper. I have to go back up the stairs and get. Oh, wait, no, that's French. Which ones would be more likely to be French, the dwarves or the elves? Probably the elves. I don't know. This is not the kind of question I was expecting to ask. And yet another moral adders. We've broken through and we're on. How are we gonna do this? I can pillar up. Oh, now we gotta figure out where the middle of this is. We gotta figure out where the middle of this is, and I don't know. And as was said before, we gotta have this like this, I think. Alright, so we're at 884. And over here is 84 and 0, that's a distance of 16. So it would be 92. Oh, that's too far up. Hey, that works. That worked pretty well. Okay, we are making sense now. Oh, we gotta do that one. Yeah, hold on. Ooh, what was that? Imagine the sides of that square hole. It's not a square hole. Having long inset viewing balconies where people could look down from and witness whatever events are conducted at the bottom. What? I might be having trouble reading right now. Hold on. Imagine the sides of the square hole. Okay, let's assume that it's a square hole and that it goes in the square hole. Long inset viewing balconies from where people could look down from and witness whatever events are conducted at the bottom. Oh, by inset you mean inside the walls, like in there, and that's what that stuff. is supposed to be, but that's... I have a grand total of 1 balcony, assuming we're not... Hold on. Assuming we're not talking about this balcony here. Balconies like that. We've got 1 entire balcony, and that's at the top. I might as well go up so I could show you. You might not see it from down there. I might not see it from down there. There's a balcony right there. Unfortunately, it's so high up that I don't have any way of actually getting up there. I was going to make a little hidden pathway that went that way and that went up into here somewhere, but I really couldn't make it work. And so I gave up. There might still be a way to make that happen, but it's pretty much going to get in the way of something. So no. You know, I think I should have lit up that balcony. I don't know why I didn't. Looking at it. I have to be careful when going down these stairs. I can't just like, oh, just not look at where I'm going and fall off the edge. Ah. Pfft. Don't want to do that. Okay. Dark straight lines on the walls. Yeah, we might set something up. I don't even know what's beyond this. We'll have a doorway. We'll have some short corridors. I shouldn't say short in this place, but yeah, we'll have some corridors, and then what? A room, or maybe we'll just have rooms beyond these things. I don't know. It's not. I don't want to spend forever and ever and ever building this. You know. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is it. Two, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Hey, this looks familiar. Wow, we've broken into a corridor. I mean, broken into a giant cave that we didn't know was here before. And somebody's already lit the place up. Ugh. All right, well, never mind that. Did I get the proportions right? Yeah, I got the proportions right. We don't need this here anymore then. Probably not. But of course, now if it's going to do like that, then we'll probably have to block this off like we had originally done. Well. Okay, so now, excuse me. Give me my stone shovel again. No, not that one. That one. Yeah, you know what? Oh, that's what. Let's even block that off. Oh! What do you think? Do you think that this is gonna... Do you think that this has silverfish in it? Want to find out if we got silverfish down here. No. No, we don't. We don't have silverfish down here. Aww. Yeah, well. How much do I got left on this? This is doing pretty well for now. I think we can avoid just wasting time with all that other stuff. But we definitely need another stone shovel pretty soon. Especially as I can't get it onto the hot bar. Why is there so much dirt down here? I'm pretty soon I'm gonna have to move that down, aren't I? Yeah, well, bruh. It's getting pretty far down even from there. Okay. Oh boy. $56, that's not enough. More dripstone. Cobble doesn't go here. Cobble goes here. Trying to keep track of where everything goes is the problem. Lactation rooms. I just saw that. I just saw that in the website I went to. There was a if you need a lactation room, it said on well, I don't want to say where it is because I was keeping you know what I meant. And so it's like, why are they calling it a lactation room? Can't they call it something else? Ah! I thought as much. Or did I? What do you think? You think they spawned up here? Well, can we just do that? Starting when going down this, when it becomes like that. Or it's possibly spawned in here. Despite it being as well lit as I possibly could get it to be well lit. Ugh. Fine. That went down to there, that went down to there. That has to go one more block down. Oop. That's a mistake. That's a mistake and no mistake. Ugh. I'm just making up these rules as I go along, you know? It's like, are we going to have dirt in the walls? No. Are we going to have... What about granite? Yeah, granite could be in the walls. Probably. Diorite. Yeah, we've got diorite there. Gotta have diorite down here too. Looks kind of clean. Okay, yeah, I know that's kind of awful though, but we'll see what we got. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do about some of this stuff yet. I don't know at what point it becomes impossible. Do we got a cave thing down here? the further down you get, the crazier the caves get. This looks weird. But the real problem is, of course, this, which has a very serious amount of stuff going on down there, and it just gets more and more open the further down you get, until you get to the point where there are blocks that are not there anymore. And that is a serious matter. Okay, we were working on this, and I don't know why I didn't do this, so we're gonna. You know, now that I think of it, we don't want that to go down. No, we'll have it go down anyway, but it's more complicated than it was. And now we gotta, oh boy. Dig a hole. Okay, now this. Let's go against my better wishes and do the horizontal layer again. La, 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 la. Okay, so next week, oh boy. All right, we're getting there. I'm terrified I'm going to fall to my death or something. It just really is a terrifying thing. It's better, I guess, to be terrified of something in a game instead of something in real life. This is where the need for courage arises. You know, not just in our world, not just in the world we live in, but in anything, anything we set out to do that we feel like we need to set out to do. Oop. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. We gotta be extra careful today. Alright, time to head back up. got some stuff to drop off. When does LOTR, the musical on Broadway, open? I don't have a joke there. I don't see why it would open. So many dripstone blocks. It's just horrible, really. Come on. There. Okay, so now... I'm down to 6 copper bars. We need more copper bars! I forgot. How do we get copper bars again? Okay, good. Oh, but wait a minute. No, you got to do something with these blocks of copper. First of all, we need more blocks of copper. Second, we need to do something with them. Was it cut copper? Yes. See, I can't remember these things. Can not remember these things. I hear that Samwise's soliloquy is quite moving. Oh, Frodo! The people used to have all kinds of chances in the old stories. Like Mary had a little lamb, and that lamb that followed her around all the time, and the 3 Billy Goats gruff was pretty bad. I felt so sorry for the goats. Those goats could have been. They could have mowed our lawns and ate our grass, and it's really good for the gardening and stuff like that. And they had all kinds of chances to turn back, only they didn't, because they didn't know where they were. They didn't know how to turn back. They didn't have a map or anything. And they always talked about all the great heroes and all the great stories because they had to be heroes. And they liked that David Bowie song. And the Ent songs alone take 32 hours to get through. John Cage. Wait, John Cage or John Gage? No, it's John Gage, isn't it? I'm thinking Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Okay.
Kato.
All right, stop that. Oh, I'm just so terrified that a hole's gonna pop up. Lol, wasn't he in Wings? Ah! Alright, that might have been my fault. I don't know how far down that goes. Here we go. That's a very great distance. I am terrified. You know, I'm gonna have to drop some gravel down there. We need courage. Courage, I tell you, courage. I thought I had more gravel than one. No gravel. No gravel, Harry. Think one's gonna be enough? That is a scary hole, and the hints of lava really help that. A dramatic, never-ending torch drop. Yeah, that's dramatic, isn't it? If this had been an episode instead of a live stream, I would have said, I would have just cut out the bit about saying it was dramatic. I mean, obviously it's dramatic. This is perfect, though. This is exactly where I wouldn't mind having one of these. Oh. Wait, I don't need this. Stone shovel at the ready. Oh, wait. Just having some trouble there. All right. Ah! Oh, we are in for some deep problems. The land where nothing is lit up properly, and the torches don't matter, and... Oh, this is terrifying. Oh, you can even see the bedrock. That's bedrock, pals. Oh, yes, and it's uneven, so yes, once we've gotten rid of all that down there. You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to plant some water, I think. Okay. Need a water bucket. Need a water bucket. Have I got any? I don't think I got a water bucket on me. I don't even have iron on me, except, you know, the iron armor. Oh, wait, no, I got iron upstairs. All right, yeah, good. Where is everything? Gravel. Gravel, thunder clatter, boom, boom, boom. Oh boy, the 2-hour mark has been reached. And I'm going to have to stop soon. Get some of that iron. I need water. Well, did I really decide that those are going to stay like that? Didn't I say I was going to put carpets here or something? Couldn't we have a carpet that goes out to the wall over here? Well, I guess it doesn't matter if we're not going to have that on. Just like, nothing's going to spawn here anyway. We're at a high enough level, but yeah, just the same. Alright. Da, 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 da. Now where do we have? We don't have anything around here. Crafting? No crafting? None? Wait, no. I'm not making any sense here. Still need water, though. Nearest source of water. Well, we're getting there. That was my fault. I shouldn't have. It dug straight down. It just does that sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't. You catch the corner instead, and it just goes straight down. And you can't do anything about it. You can waterlog that, but hi. Well, that was nice. All right, here we go. Try to do this properly. Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, it only seems to have taken on some of that. Only got some of that. Okay, here we go. Oh, I had that off. Well, that's no good. Okay. This place is exceedingly dangerous because creatures will spawn here. It's very tough to be down here. Terrifying does not begin to do it justice. In this world, there is no justice. Heart palpitating. Mushrooms. What was that about mushrooms? Some of the mushrooms spawn in midair. That's because they were originally on top of something that is no longer there. That's why we have these big, huge open areas down here. It's because old 1.4 had some stuff, or was it 1.3, but does not have that stuff now. Don't blame me. Well, I am officially terrified. All right. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. So this is where we would normally have the copper bars, but we have a ladder here because of the hole has been set up. I really don't know what to say here. To do this while we're waiting, I guess. Alright, so while we're here, maybe we can calculate the middle of these things. So we got 477, 491, so that's the distance of 14. And so 84. I think. Okay, so we got 9900. 86, that's 14. Oh, it is a square hole. Anyway, so 86200, or that's 14, so 7 is 93. But from 91 this is 79, that's a distance of 12. There we go. How far down do we have before this becomes a problem? So it's around 0, so that means we got six more we could do from here. You know what? I want to toss the water bucket around down there a little bit more. If I can. And maybe I can't. There are some things on heaven and earth man was not meant to know. They should never have contracted with me to do the do the digging. The dwarves should have done it themselves. You have been vindicated. You've been vindicated. Oh, crap. Another hole. Shit. Damn it. No. Oh. That's a... It's not a bottomless hole. Nah. Although I was going to do this. That is problematic, though. Has to be said. Ah! Oh! Oh, crap! I screwed up! This is why you can't do this thing casually. Alright. Damage was minimal. Oh, that was tough. Dripstone and grumble, 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 grumble is the holy one. The holy is in my heady. I'm gonna have to stop soon anyway. It's going to be a bit much for me. Telling you, I'm going crazy. I've got a lot of stuff to do today. Can't just go around doing whatever I want to. I'm so much more nonchalant when I get to do this sort of thing off camera. Although right now I don't know if I can do this off camera. Alright. Why does this have to go all the way down to bedrock? Nobody has asked me that question. Well, to answer that question, which I think I'm allowed to do, to answer it, I mean, the dwarves just want to dig down, really. This is all underground. This is all entirely underground. As you can see, there's that ceiling. You know, they did the ceiling, they did the walls, and then they get to a certain point, and then they're just like, screw it, we're digging down, we don't have to make it look pretty. And that's kind of what they're up to right now. Or what they're down to. But, how are we going to make this work? Alright. Let's just focus on what we can here. This isn't going to be enough. I'm going to need a lot more gravel than this. I could just tell. At least he doesn't have... Oh, but you see, I wanted to place a block there, but then he'd just jump on it, and he'd... Ah! Ah! Ah. I can't dare. I can't. I need courage. I need more courage than I could possibly have right now. I'm going to have to stop. This is my limit. This is my limit as to how far down I can dig at the moment. More will come in the future, I can guarantee you that. But it ain't now. And maybe it ain't ever, I don't know. That should go there, that should go there, but then we don't have any room. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's just too much to bear sometimes, you know? Drive a guy crazy. Oop. I need more gravel, I think. Well, off camera, no one can hear you scream. I don't. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, that's done. There's much to do in my life, and I don't know. Everything just seems like it's about to suddenly come to a sudden halt. Well, I hope not. I've got a lot to do, and I have to make sure I get these things done. And today is no exception, so you won't be seeing me anymore today. But I thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be able to get to work on this stuff again. Maybe one more time, maybe one more time in the next week, and then over the next 7 days, and then after that I don't know what will happen. But we'll see you next time. And remember, kids, these things have to be done. Anything you do has to be done. Playing has to be done. Have fun while you still can. Bye-bye. What button do I press? It's been too long. Button. It's not 9, is it? Ah, it is. See you.